Am I alive? Okay, yes, I'm alive. All right. It's an extremely stupid way to figure out if I'm really streaming or not, but it's become like a dumb little ritual. Okay, there we go. I am live. Hello, Dirty Thirds. I hope you're enjoying hope you're enjoying your present. If you can all hold, I gotta get my drink. I forgot that. I will be back shortly. Okay, I am back. All right. Oh, Red Raff is here. Good morning and happy holidays, everyone. Happy holidays to you too. Heck yeah. Got some hot and heavy news to drop, but we'll let everyone settle in and get in here and say hello and get all their holiday wishes in. I'll start mine off and say that I got a Fusion Pro for one of my builds. So that was my Christmas present. What did what did all of you get? Like to see what everybody out there in the world got for their Christmas. See what they got from Santa. Who got you the Fusion Pro? My significant other got me a Fusion Pro. I got them a little. It's called Ambilight for the TV, and you set a camera up on top of the TV, and it controls LED strips behind the TV to like go on with what's going on the screen. They've been wanting it for a while, so I got it for them. I originally wanted a Fusion SE 1800, but the local hobby shop didn't have one, so we settled on the Pro. I'm happy either way. I'm not picky. Got the Fusion Pro Elite. Can't wait to run it in something. Oh, heck yeah. I'd like to get one eventually, but it's not pressing. All right. It's been about 5 minutes, so I will get into something quite hot and heavy. So, first things first, if you can during this live stream, go into the description of this video and there is a link to a second channel. I am going to start migrating everything from this channel to a new channel. All right, hold on. A gift came earlier this year. It's a shipping container to make my man cave. Wife was happy with my wife see stuff out of the house. Yeah, you told me about that personally, Raph. It's kind of a blessing in disguise with that shipping container. It's awesome you got that done. But to get back into the heavy news, if you go in the description of this video, there is a second channel. And I'm going to start migrating everything from this channel into a separate channel. And to give a little backstory, Rad Raph should know about this as well. We both listened to a podcast called The Smoking Tire. I originally had this pulled up, but it kicked me out of it. Where's it at? Here it is. I'll show this on screen as best I can. If you go to this particular podcast from The Smoking Tire, it goes over a story. Well, not really a story. This stuff really happened to this guy. That guest on that show, love Matt Farah. Love Matt Farah too. I got to meet him once in Austin. He's an amazing dude. But on this particular episode, this guest, I believe, had their channel since like 3 years after YouTubers created, like a long time. And not only had their growth plateaued, it actually was starting to dramatically go down. And it was to a point where it was starting to hamper their business. It wasn't even something that could, I guess you could say, be recovered in a way, in a sense. So they got with a consultant, and the YouTube consultant was telling them the way that the current algorithm works benefits newer channels because the algorithm wants new growth. So what I have seen personally on my channel, and I know this is going to sound like a bunch of conspiracy talk right now, but the algorithm is crazy, and I used to not even pay attention to it, but now it's just so glaringly obvious in front of me that I just have to do something about it, because most of my subscribers I get in person at events. I meet the person and I guide them through steps to find my channel on YouTube and watch them hit the subscribe button. So I know for a fact people hitting subscribe on my channel. And then I will go back into YouTube Studio, which is the back end that I get to see and does all the tracking and analytics for my channels. And I won't see it either. I won't see any movement, or I will actually see the numbers go down. And it's been really strange lately because I should be at like, I think like 945 subscribers. And I think before I turned this on, I was at like 939. So for some reason, the algorithm is taking subscribers away from me. So I'm just throwing stuff at the wall at the moment. So please, if you can, in the description of this video, there is, hold on. Let me see. I might be spoiling some stuff. Hold on. I'm doing some stuff on the back end. Doing some stuff on the back end. Please be patient. Oh, wait. I can get to it from here. Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at? Of course, it's not going to show it. Dang it. I'm trying to find the actual page to show you guys all of this. It's not pulling it up. Sorry, this is probably terrible. All right, I'll have to. The link just says video unavailable. Oh, okay, great. Awesome. Ah. Hello, Jim's Hobbies. I hope you're able to catch all of that, but I just went through some troubles that I was having with YouTube. Now, let me try that. Interesting. Very interesting. Just read the fine print. This video is no longer available because it's associated with has been terminated. Oh, great. Awesome. I'll have to look into that later, but it was definitely created, and my personal account was already subscribed to it. And I also got emails that some of the features that YouTube gives you was activated for that channel. So, like I said, I'm going to have to look into that later. But thank you guys for the effort. But going forward, I will still be trying to figure this out and do that way. But yes, I've been watching YouTube just parasitically drain my original channel. So I'm just trying to throw stuff at the wall and try different things to get better growth out of my channel because whatever I'm doing right now isn't working. I mean, I try my best to do what I've been doing on my original channel, but also trying to find a job and keep a job and work full time and then do social media and not make it look like I'm always on my phone at work trying to run a second job. And it's just all complicated in this YouTube space. But as many long term viewers of the channel know, I eventually want to just ramp this thing down and turn it off because I'd like to focus on other things. Sharing things within this hobby has become complicated, and I'm I guess you could say I'm at a point I'm done trying to show the rest of you all the cool stuff that I'm doing. Stuff like this. Let me try something again. Sweet optic build. Thank you. Thank you. I hope I guess you could say, I hope the theming is coming across in this thing that certain people out there already know, but I hope the theme is coming across on what I'd like to do with the livery that's going to be going on this. Okay. Sorry for all that. I just had to put in an appeal with Google. So we'll see how that goes. KOH livery. These people participate in KOH. I guess you could say that, but that's probably giving away too much. So for the people that are still in here and watching me flounder around on the back end, do you like to see more of the optic? I love having this thing back in my life. I love the H10 platform. It just does So good. So good. Put that back on the shelf. All right. Now that that's done, let's get into some good stuff that I used to do. H10 is my next one. Yep, it's a good truck. I call it an adventure rig. You can just get lost on a trail with it and have a blast, no matter what lines you're hitting. It's my definition of an adventure rig. So, we will get into some stuff that I love doing in the past, but analytics always told me never did well. But we're going to go deal shopping again. And some of these I was too late to the party and couldn't get into. So we'll just show the past listings to show what kind of deals used to be out there. And this one I came across. It's pretty dang good for what it is. I would personally like to pick this up if I had the funds and the means. But this is a caged build for a VS410. If you come down here to the bottom, it is essentially a Wraith-based cage for a Wraith-based Bronco body. You go through here, and it has the interior set. It is set up. Wait a minute. The hell? There we go. I got it back. I got it back. Stupid ass StreamYard. Okay. Getting back to this. Has a Wraith-based body and cage style. Has interior panels. Has chassis mounted servo setup. A VFD twin. And as far as I know, gosh dog it, is set up just to accept Vanquish axles to drop right back in it. And for the price, it may look steep, but I know people charging $500 for caged builds. Oh, I almost missed this. Do you have a Rockabilly? No, I do not. I'm kind of weird in that I don't personally like any of Josh's cages that he's offered. The Jimmy's Buggy's not my jam. The Rockabilly is cool, but it's not my jam either. There is a guy I came across, I think it's Twisted Tube RC. Go ahead and add him on Instagram when you get a chance. But he just came out with a cage called the Desperado, and that I want. But as I stated, it's like 500, 550 bucks. But getting back to this, like I said, I feel like this is a decent deal. So if someone is in the budget for a cage and likes the style of this is a pretty good deal for what this is. Hold on. Mr. Kitty wants in here. Little shithead just wanted to meow at the door because he wanted the door open and then walks away. Damn cat. Okay. Now we're getting into the deals that have passed already. This here is a Night Runner that was, I believe, a roller. Oh no. This is an RTR. Ready to go. Show Desperado if you want to. I already have a lot of dead air doing stuff behind the scenes. It would take me a little bit to pull that up. If y'all don't mind waiting, I can go pull up a Desperado if you guys want. All right. All right. Always got to log into stuff. Come on. Oh, you got to be kidding me. I guess I got to show it on my phone. Hold on. Technology is not playing nice with me today. That is the Desperado chassis. So, like I said, it's Twisted Tube RC. Please go check him out. He makes other cool chassis I would be interested in as well, but this one has caught my eye, and I'm like, ooh, I like that. And it seems to perform. I'm showing this dude's entire reel on my on my YouTube live. Okay. Like I said, it's whenever y'all have the chance, go check that out. I'm not telling you to go do it right now. But getting back into the deals, this was an RTR Element Night Runner for $200. $200. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was like $30 shipping for this thing. So keep your eyes peeled on eBay and other places for stuff like this. Ridiculous deal, especially on an RTR. So now, this was one I almost bought. That was a deal. Did you post on the Discord by any chance? I think I did. I have a pretty good habit of stuff that I find on eBay, I post on the Discord. That's also another thing. Let's see if I can log into it later. But we'll go over this deal because I've been watching this thing for a while. And it was finally during Black Friday, it got dropped down to this price, which is absolutely insane. This I know for a fact I put on the Discord, this one. But I wasn't in a place that I could buy this, but I definitely wanted it. This is a 10-3 Gladiator with Amazon metal axles, and it looks like Samix shock towers front and rear with, I'm not sure if someone sells those or if they're homemade shop keys to get even more droop. It's just ridiculous deal for something like this. It says it's in rough shape, but man, oh man, I would have loved to have had something like this because I used to have a Gladiator. I gave it away to someone local to give to their daughter, and they are currently still enjoying that truck. But I do miss the capability of the Gladiator platform. It is really good. But this deal is one of the ones that got away. This was something special. I definitely kept my eye on it. I hope you guys enjoy all the little deal finding that I have, but I'm going to try my best in a little bit to get you guys into the Discord because I don't necessarily have. Oh, we do. Oh, well, thank you. Well, like I said, later on, if I think about it and remember it, I'll try to get a link to the Discord because I'd actually like people to post their findings of Facebook onto the Discord because I don't have a Facebook anymore. I don't use that trash ass platform anymore. I don't want to support it either. And quite honestly, my mental health has improved a ton since I stopped using it. Moving on to the next one. We got a simple 10-2 deadbolt, and I feel like this is a really good price for a 10-2 deadbolt. I'm not quite sure if I was fast enough to put this on the Discord, but it was something that came up in one of the timed events because my little secret on eBay, or thing that I used to do, honestly, is go through RC crawler used, go through that search term, and then go up to the top and filter by ending soonest. And that's how I used to find a majority of my deals. Is stuff just being slept on at good prices and just like an hour away from being closed on the bidding, and it's like 0 or 1 bid. I'm like, oh, gotta have that. That's how I used to find this. And I think this was one of the things that was like that. I also like how their light kit is being run off of a 9 volt battery. I mean, as long as it works, but that's kind of cool. Yeah, just a simple 10-2 for under 200 bucks, under 150 bucks. So now, here's the special for you guys. This deal right here ends in an hour, and it is a T-Rex 4 for under 200 bucks. So now that I put that out there, this is probably going to go for like 300 bucks. So now that people have eyes on it. But, oh, I didn't even notice that Bronco body has a little bit of damage in the front. I was just so enamored by the price. That's still no biggie, in my opinion. It's got little 4.19 tires on it, but it's got bead locks. It's got the spare tire on the back. It's got the clipless body. It has a Hobbywing axe system. And where's the servo? I think they show the servo at one point. A Power Hobby servo. Countdown has begun. If any of you are in the market for a TRX4, we got a listing for you. So I'm going to go back on the back end for a little bit. Oh, okay. I can sign into that. Okay. Do. All right, I'm getting pretty good at using this StreamYard software and getting stuff done. Feel pretty accomplished. So here's the Discord page. I've had this set up for like 9 months, I guess you could say. And if you want, there you go. There's the invite link. I don't know who that is, but we'll invite them. So there's the invite link. Anyone can be added, or at least as many people as would want. And I've been wanting to get this going, and I've got it going locally, but I'd like to get this going in a more spread out way so people can actually post their own things within it of deals that they find. So, as I said, I don't use Facebook anymore. So, if you find Facebook deals that you feel are worthy of the Underdog Group, go ahead, copy this link, get added to the group, and start posting. I'd actually like this Discord to grow in size. See, there's that gladiator. Oh, let's see if this will open. It was a fully running gatekeeper for $200. That was in the Discord. I'm still mad that the link for this won't open. Yeah, that link won't open. But that was a Basecamp rolling chassis. All it needed was a body and a remote, and that sold for $200. It's another gatekeeper, 275, which I thought was a good deal. TRX4. What was this? See if it opens. Oh, it was a custom flat rail that sold for $210, or at least I think it's a flat rail. What was this? Oh, yes. This was the Endura chassis, I think it was. Show the rails, damn it. No, this was an Element built into a comp truck. But still, for $210. Jesus Christ. But yeah, that's what I post in the Discord. Okay. Now, just so I don't mess anything up, I'm going to stop sharing that. Close that. Then, got to go back in here. Do that. Okay. Now we got the bench top going. There we go. Relatively clean. But one thing I wanted to show off with the little bit of a mess that's on there is I'm trying to keep this going with a clean bench. And one thing that I'm getting into that I'm feeling pretty good about is I put my entire bench into a Milwaukee pack out. If you open this up, got all my screws. What am I using for a benchtop cam? This is a Logitech 1080p webcam. Yeah, 1080p. I was gifted that, and I just have it screwed into a mount above the clean bench. No, Sergey has anything to say about it. Yes, he's been learning how to get up on the bench so he can look out the window. Thankfully, he hasn't been knocking anything off yet. But this is the system that I'm going to try to go to try to keep the bench clean. So anytime I assemble and disassemble some stuff, I'm trying to take a breath and take a moment that everything on the bench goes into this pack out. I think the only thing I'm not keeping in here, which I might start transitioning in here from some drawers I have off to the side, are servo horns and gears like pinions and stuff like that. And also stuff like this, like a stub shaft for a 10-3 or a Capra. I might start throwing stuff like that in here. Milwaukee fancy. It's the only way I go. It's the only way I go. The thing with Milwaukee is back in like I gotta set it up that way to have the door open. Thing with Milwaukee is I think it was back in like 2017. The job site I was working on was starting to transition to Milwaukee. And the first thing I bought for a job site was this. And I'm not against DeWalt. Okay, I'll put that out there first and foremost. I'm not against DeWalt. I just have all of my stuff in Milwaukee because tool brands are like battery connectors out on the trail. If you have Milwaukee and then 90% of everybody else on your company's payroll has Milwaukee, hey, my battery died. Can I borrow a 3.0 from you just to drill this and then I'll get it back to you? If one person has Milwaukee and then two people have DeWalt and then one person has Ryobi, God forbid if they have Ryobi, it's not going to be a very conductive job site. Or it's not going to be very conducive to getting work done. Is that everything? Almost lost some. There we go. So now, all the stuff from the bench is in this tray. So now I can slide this tray into the back of a backpack and take it out on the trail. Where's that other? Ah, yes. On the floor over here. Good place for it. So I can take my entire bench worth of hardware with me instead of being at home making a mess on this thing. So on top of that, I bought the pack out magnet that goes with it. So if we have a major breakage out on the trail, I have at least myself, if not other people, covered with this setup. I'm quite happy with it. So that's me trying to use my noggin out on the bench and out on the trail. Yes, that makes complete sense. Yep, I know what you're talking about on that point with using brands within a company. At least that's the way I think about brands of tools. You know, it has to be a mindset like it is with RC connectors out on the trail. If you're the only guy still running Deans and everybody else has switched to XT60, you might want to start running XT60. Okay. Fancy stand there. Want to tell people about where to find it? Let me see if I can. Got to go back in on the back end here. Colts 3D. Do. Hold, please. There it is. All right, let's go back here. Do this. Y'all don't want to see the bench anymore. So, share screen. Boom. That is my work stand. This guy. I found it on Colts 3D, and it is a very reasonable $4.99. I can see one of you have already taken advantage of that. You like XT60? I like what works. And quite for a while, Dean's has worked for me. But it was getting long in the tooth for me. And a lot of people locally were starting to switch to XT60. And I have officially completed my transfer over to XT60. And I'm actually liking it. Now, I think with what is it, bashers. XT60 comes apart when you do like a 40-foot slam into the ground. I don't have any of those issues, but yes, I have switched to XT60 and I really like it. Now, I do not like all of the variations. 30s in the minis, 60 in the 10s, 90s in the bashers. Yes, they're all good. They're all great. It's just like I said, all the variations is what's getting me because I want to run the tiny battery. Let me see here. This one came apart, but I can show it to all you guys. I like running all the tiny guys in my comp trucks. This is like a 650 milliamp. And that was originally an XT30. And then I had to do the failed attempt at putting an XT60 on it. Sometimes XT are hard to separate if you get off brand. Yeah. I love that someone out there loves my stands. I try to do them with every giveaway I have. And if you haven't already, please show my work stand some love. I worked really, really hard on it, and I try to promote it in the front of every video that I can. So, man, we talked about a lot today, didn't we? So, it's getting close to an hour. I'll let this go as long as it wants to. But just to recap the beginning, I have been having trouble with my personal YouTube channel and YouTube going and cannibalizing my views that I personally watch people subscribe to. So I tried to leave a link to a new channel that I was going to branch all of this off into, but that's in appeal right now. So the thing I'd like to do right now is please share my channel all across the world if you can. Having a difficult time running the charity that I'm running here, but just doing the best I can, taking it day by day. I run Dean's 3S and 4S. Like I said, I used to run Dean's and I didn't have a problem with it until I'd say about like 2 or 3 years ago. But like I said, it's going to be about an hour and I'll get ready to wrap all this up, let you guys get back to the holidays or what's left of it. But as with all of my sign-offs, I like showing things that haven't been on camera yet. Would you guys like to see something secret? At least I don't think this has been on camera. I know the other one has. Made a lot of progress with what's sitting on my lap. Really proud that I got this to the point that it's at. I had hell getting it operational. Heck yeah, you want to see something? Show it. Are you ready though? I don't know if y'all are ready for this. Okay. This is an IERC Empire 6x6 chassis that I have built with AR-44s and have made 4-wheel steer. Oh snap, the thing has 2 extra wheels. It sure does. Oh my, that's awesome. Thank you, thank you. So, like I said, I have had a hell of a time getting this thing running. And I will go over that in a video showing all of this. And who knows, in the end, it may go to one of you guys. How hard was it to find pass through these days? I'm trying to remember when that was. It may have been like 2023, but I went over a hobby shop that was closing in northern San Diego, and they had put all of their stock for like half off. I think even some of it was like 75% off. I picked up a base camp body for like 12 bucks. I picked up these pass through axles for like 5. I think I picked up this housing for like 5 as well, and just a ton of stuff that was in there. And that's where I picked up this pass through. So thankfully, that hobby shop came in clutch for a build before it had to regretfully close its doors. Build of the year 2026. Let's let 2026 get here first. But the only thing holding this up going on video, because I'd like it to be semi operational before I get it on camera, is servos. I would like to have servos in this before, like I said, I get it on camera. But that is your sneak peek on the RC Underdog Live. So I'm going to start wrapping it up here. If everybody in the chat has anything else they'd like to see before I end it off, put it in the chat now. Otherwise, we're going to wrap it up in about 5-10 minutes. Ooh. Hello from Australia. Oh, hello. Man, it must be really late for you over there. BKTT Cake XL servos are beast. All right, hold on. Hold on. BKTT Cake XL. Huh. Oh, no kidding as well. I might have to look into that. Good God. Great googly moogly. Thank you, Greystone24. You may have shown me my new favorite servo. Because Hold on. Where's it at? Where's it at? Where'd you go? Everyone wants to see the optic. Tell the optic goodbye. It says bye back. I'm not gonna lie, this thing is amazing. If you haven't, go check out the music video I did over this. I worked really hard on that, and I really enjoy making music videos. It's a weird thing. Hold on. We're gonna have some direct competition here. Oh, they're back in stock. Hell yeah. So, hold on. This used to be my go-to servo. 65 bucks. And 444 ounce inches at 8.4. Damn good servos, especially for the price. Oh, hello. Sorry, I'm getting behind on comments, but we got people from Twitch in here. Heck yeah. Hello, Twitch. Thank you for the follow. Oh, wait, no. That is a perfect price on the servo. Yep, that is a damn good price on the servo. So yeah, the XB may have competition in my opinion. Good Lord. Heck yeah. So, once again, before I sign off, please go check out my RC Underdog work stand on Colts 3D. I should have thought about it and put a link to it in the description of this live, but didn't. It is priced very reasonably. Hope everyone appreciates that. Oh, just caught that. Was there anywhere to get some RCU merch yet? Maybe. I don't think I'm ready to divulge that yet, but I believe there will be some RCU merch coming in the near future. I think the only thing holding that up is a video going over it, but I believe I have all my ducks in a row to get that up and going really, really soon. So, really appreciate everybody hanging out. Really like this stream. Really productive. Really got some stuff done. So, thank everybody for being here. Thank everybody for interacting, for your comments, for your queries, for everything that you do in the hobby. So it was a heck of a 2025. And I'm trying my best to make 2026 as best as I can. So hope you all enjoyed this. Please share the live stream as well if you can. All the stuff that I talked about in the beginning with the difficulties that I'm having in my journey on YouTube, I think need to be talked about more. And just remember, we need more lives. Rock on. Thanks for all you do. Oh, we'll see all of y'all. And who knows? I mean, I'm jobless at the moment, so I may live stream Monday. but I have stuff lined up. So hopefully we'll get the ball rolling and get stuff going in the right direction. Hope everyone enjoyed this stream, and I will see everyone on the next one.